We are already live. Very good. So I'm Philip. Good morning, Jack. Good morning, Davi. And we are going to talk about cancel culture. And today, for this meeting, we are talking, um, well, we are always doing that in English, 100%. So I have seen a lot of people just studying. Um, I under I understand studying is important, but um, when it comes to languages, regarding languages, we need to speak out, you know. So there's no way to run. I know it's comfy to study grammar, vocabulary, and stuff, and to buy a lot of courses. So you fulfill yourself with, the sense or the feeling that you are accomplishing something, but you need to speak. There's no way. You need to practice a lot. So that's the reason we have the immersions in here. So you need to speak. If you don't speak, it's useless. You're wasting your time. So that's what we are gonna do here. And we're gonna talk about cancel culture. And we're gonna talk a lot about social media. Okay. This morning it's going to be really awesome. And Jack, my friend, you already know that we have the presentations, right? So go
My
ahead.
presentation?
Yeah,
Okay, well, yes, my name is Jack. I am from Portugal. I live here near Lisbon, but I was born in in the center of the country, in one little village situated in the center of Portugal, more or less 300 kilometers away from Lisbon. I stay there until my 17 years old. Then I came here from Lisbon for my military service, and after that, after my military service, I got married, and after that, I am living then here in the area of Lisbon. I have married, retired, 76 years old, with two kids, a son, a daughter, three grandsons. I like as my hobby. I like very much to travel, to exercise in the morning, read the news in the morning. More music, I like music, country, samba, cha-cha-cha, more or less all kinds of music. I like very much to dance, because in my childhood is where we spend much time in the weekends. It's dancing. It's our hobbies in free time, because in that time we haven't TV, we haven't cinema, movies, and only we have to spend our time is in the dancing in the weekends. It's more on. I like my color preferred is the green, because it's the color of my club, my team. That's it, more or less.
very good, very good. It's always good to hear that. And The most important is you have, you have a sequence of the story you bring. And yeah, that's the idea. And then you repeat and repeat and
I
repeat.
try to do presentation with the different steps, because it's when we say a lot every day, all things more or less, we try to do my presentation in different ways.
Yeah, and it's really good because like presenting yourself is something that it's going to be necessary, whether you like it or not. You're gonna need that,
My problem is the vocabulary. Vocabulary it's a problem.
Okay. Yeah, but vocabulary, it comes along the way, like I believe that you'll learn vocabulary once you start exposing yourself when it comes to like English. And I see myself doing that a lot. I try to say something and then I don't know how to express myself, and then I check. And after checking, I just get used to it and try to use it. Like in Portuguese as well. If I read a book and there's a new vocabulary there, oh, this is interesting, I'm gonna use from now on. So that's pretty much what we do here. Okay, Davi. No problem.
Hello.
Can you present yourself?
Oh, yeah. I'm David. I'm from São Paulo. Currently, I'm working in a fintech company. I graduated in IT management, and I'm here in TNT since June 2022. But I'm now more in a more intensive way. So we've been subscribed in these lessons from 6 a.m. and this is my goal 2023.
Nice.
Glad to be here with you guys, and thank you for the opportunity. Yeah.
That's nice. Good to meet you. And I'm gonna just bring the questions up so we can discuss. And let me check. Oh, yeah, sometimes it drives me crazy because of the size of that. So okay. So we have 10 questions, and we do that pretty often. We bring 10 questions, but it's impossible to answer all the questions. It's impossible. Okay, it's really not possible. And I see a lot of people complaining, oh, I love to answer all the 10 questions. Okay, if you are a pro student, you have the WhatsApp group, and there you can keep running and discussing with other people. So you can just check, post the questions there and start recording yourself to answer 1, 2, 3, how many questions you want. Okay, so at least you're gonna keep practicing. So in here we just talk, and if we have time, we answer as many as we can. Okay, and we're gonna talk about cancel culture, and I think it's a good topic to think about. And do you guys know what cancel culture is? Do you know, Jack?
Yes, it's a difficult topic to discuss because it's difficult in Portuguese to discuss, and I think in English it's more difficult too. But I think cancel culture, in my idea, I think this expression refer, for example, to people who are considered important people or not, or simple people in general population, when they are forbidden to express their opinion, on social media or simple in media in general, because it's what I think. I'm not if I'm sure, but when person cannot to express her opinion, what do you wish to say in when newspaper, in when social media, and they are cancelled to express or post their opinions. I think it's one way to cancel the culture. I don't know if I correct.
Yeah, the cancel.
Because I think more or less all the people have the right, because we call democracy. Democracy is when we can to express our ideas, good or not, goods or not for the government, for example. But I think all the people have the right to express your opinion. For example, I know friends. I have friends that Facebook cancel their opinions to post their opinions in Facebook, because but I think there in some situations maybe I don't know, maybe they are sure right, because they express their opinions in many situations with slam words, injury words. For example, for some other friends, for the other people that express their opinions, they can
Disrespectful
we
words,
can
right?
to disagree. We can to disagree with one different opinion. I think all of us have the right to have their own idea, but never offend the other person.
Yeah. I believe that and right now with social media, we can broadcast our message louder, and it's very good. But at the same time, we can hear a lot of noises when it comes from disrespect, so especially when it offends other human beings' existence, so it's pretty much what I've seen lately. So it's really complicated. Davi, go ahead.
Uh, yeah, I understand what is it, and I was wondering right now if I I think that this is that there is, even in the animal environment. I don't know how to say it. Maybe I can remember that my father has a bird, and if it is a bird is not um, well, if is that a bird act up, so the other birds maybe can decline the bird who is sick. And even in the I have dogs too, and if my dog is not well, if he is that a dog that is sick, the other dog is can decline then and cancel then too. So I guess that cancel culture is animal way to do the things. Is I don't think that this should be our behavior from human. So I don't know. It's just came my mind right now. I don't know what more to think about it.
Yeah, this is fluency, you know. You do not think too much, you just speak out and you just talk to other people about a subject. I guess I have never talked to someone about the cancel culture. Like, um, I have been chatting a lot about this topic and other things, like in with some friends, but not out loud, you know, talking and
Yeah.
expressing myself this way. It's different.
Please.
So, Duffy, which social medias do you use? Do you use like Facebook, Instagram,
Oh,
LinkedIn, Twitter?
yeah. Currently, I'm using more LinkedIn and just a little using Instagram, Facebook, not at all, not even more. And even I have you, I have you connected in my LinkedIn, Philip. So
Yeah.
Joaquin just hold it for you to connect with us too. But this is my current moment since I'm just focusing on my career. So LinkedIn fits more in this to make more sense to me right now. Um, how about you, Joaquin?
I use only Facebook as a social media. I use only Facebook. I don't use much only to watch some posts put with my friends. In some posts I put my like. It's good, for example, when we can to give the congratulations when had friends in their birthday. Yes, I think it's good. It's good. It's very useful to use some social media when we use them correctly is it's I think it's good, but more or less I don't put in and I don't share many things. So I like because I get to see the poster that Philip, for example, I like to see the poster of Philip. I see some ones in the other friends. It's good, but I know I don't use much. But I use websites. For example, in the morning I use the Google News to read the news of the day. I use some links to listen podcasts, for example. I used to listen the Spotlight English to listen podcasts. Bob the Canadian, and the last year, TALKNTALK was the platform that I used more in the last year.
Nice.
And some links to read to make to those research of some issues that I wish to read, to search. I search many links about story. I like very much to read stories about countries. The beginning of some countries I like very much to read, and I use more the internet for that things.
Yeah, I have been using like Instagram, Twitter, and LinkedIn a lot. Actually, LinkedIn has been my top social media, and it's been quite crazy to see things working because of LinkedIn, you know. So basically, Talk and Talk exists in a way that, and the reason for that, it's because of LinkedIn, because I create a lot, not that I don't think I create content in there, because I always speak about the same thing for the past at least 4 years. I speak about the same thing, but in different ways. So I have been canceled a few times already because of the posts I have, especially when I start talking about, oh, stop studying, especially English. I see a lot of English students studying English. And of course, it's important to study the language, but you don't need to, you know? Of course, the way we are doing here, it's really, really difficult to learn the language just speaking, because they're like, you're gonna learn without studying if you really live situations, and if you like really live in real life situations, not like this environment. But after there are a lot of people, they have studied for at least 5 years and they still do not speak, and they still think they are basic students. These people, they don't need to learn to study anymore. They need to learn how to speak. And speaking is a different scenario. Speaking is a different skill. If you study the language, you're not studying to speak. You're studying to learn the language. You're studying grammar, you're studying vocabulary, you're studying pronunciation, you read, you write. Sometimes you listen, sometimes you barely speak, but it's not speaking at all. It's like just making some noises about the language. But because I'm not thinking, you know, I'm just speaking, answering. So this is speaking, and that's the reason why we exist. We are talk and talk. We are not teach and teach. We are not learn and learn. We are not listen and listen. We are talk and talk. And there's a reason to be talk and talk. So we're talking about cancel culture, really deep and difficult topic. So, and yeah, being canceled on the internet, it's really hard to deal with. I have been dealing with that, and the feelings, they arouse from the inside, and it's kind of crazy. But after a while, you just get used to it. You understand that it's not about yourself, it's what's other people's mind, and you just let it go. So nowadays, I really believe on what we have been doing, not because I just believe, but because I have seen a lot, like thousands of students on Talk and Talk getting fluency, but not the fluency the market or teachers or schools they want people to have. They solve the problem, and that's it. And we are solving the problem. For example, Jack. When Jack arrived, he could speak, but it was totally different speaking, totally different. Nowadays, like, there are mistakes. Of course, I make mistakes. Jack makes mistakes, Davi and other people, but like, we are talking about a very important topic.
Yeah.
This is more important. Go ahead, Davi.
That's it. It's a complex topic, and it's not easy to talk about it. And even if we can just pass our message, I see it like a fluency, and I surprised with me too, and I guess that we all are proud of us to could move this on and pass the message and understand the each other. So this is very, very satisfied. So TNT is what possibly it's the way to drive us on the English fluency. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, and it's not a big deal what we are doing. It's just like, there are a lot of groups on the internet, but I bet there's no one talking about cancel culture at 6 a.m. in the morning.
Oh.
There's no one. I bet my life on that. So more than 100 hours of conversations, you know, like different rooms, different people, different topics. Like we do not repeat topics. So how do you cancel like a company like that is offering, and this month is still free, the immersions? And every time I put things like that for free, I think we have 6 or 7 people booked for this meeting. And we have Jack and Davi and I. So where are the other people? You know? So this is pretty much what tells about free. It doesn't work because there's no commitment. So there's a person, she is booking all the sessions, 6 a.m. sessions every day, and she doesn't show up. She doesn't show up.
I think is when the topic is difficult, I think many people are afraid to be present in the, because today I think I am thinking for today. I said for me, well, today I went to the topic to the meeting, was having to listen the other friends to speak, because I think I'm not enough vocabulary to discuss the meeting, the topic today. Maybe the other people, they think the same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's how life is. Life is difficult.
I need to prepare also, because I take some vocabulary here in the topic. It's because I am here, because if I start discussing the topic, we had some preparation. I think I am not capable to discuss this topic.
Yeah, but what you're doing, you're gonna see that along the way, you're not going to need that anymore. But you're gonna need to leave the feeling of, okay, I need to prepare myself. Sometimes you don't need, and of course it's really good to prepare, especially in our native language. If you go to a meeting and you prepare yourself like what you're doing, it's really important. Not everybody does that. But in here, when you come to a room like this, you need to prepare yourself, because you're here spending your life to learn. And what you want to learn? You want to learn how to discuss, you know? You want to learn how to argue in a respectful way. It's not about present perfect, simple past, to be verb, do and does. It's not about that. It's about, so what do you understand about cancel culture? Have you ever been canceled in your life? And then you can just bring something like an experience, a personal experience. And then we discuss and we learn with each other. You know, so this is what we are looking for. And that's why we have the host role in here. That is a student like me. I'm studying now. As a host, I am a student. It's not volunteering. It's not that. Volunteering is something totally different. Totally different. What we are doing here as hosts, we are studying. To do that, we are preparing questions. We are preparing subjects to discuss. Or you think it's easy to bring 5 new topics every week?
These questions are prepared for the hosts.
Yeah,
These
host,
questions, all the questions, huh?
All the questions. The host, they prepare themselves.
They prepare the questions for the meeting.
Yeah.
It's good.
Yeah. So
and how the host make sure that the subject was not referring before?
Because it's always not like it was before. It's really impossible to repeat, even if it's the same subject. Even if it's the same
No.
subject, the
Yeah.
questions are different.
Yes,
Even
yes, yes,
if you
yes.
bring the same topic, if you copy and paste, the discussion is totally different.
Yes, this question, the topic is the same, but the questions are different.
Yeah, and sometimes you can have same questions, but the discussion, the conversation is totally different because are different people, maybe a different host, a different day, a different context. If I bring this topic, the same topic next week, it's gonna be different. But of course, we can repeat topics, but there is like some time to do that in order to not be so exhausting or so boring, you know?
Yeah. Nice.
Davi, have you ever canceled a friend, a family member, someone in your life?
Oh, I can remember. I believe that I will never do this. Even I just thinking if I cancel any YouTube and but I can remember this, so I just follow up people's that I not n- I follow up with every people, even if I don't go well with them, if I go with his opinion, because I love to hear different opinions, and I think that it is make us more. This bring us a reflection of the life, and this promote us in ourselves, just in thinking and come up with your own ideas. So I don't really cancel people's. Yeah.
And you, Jack, have you ever canceled anyone in your life, throughout your life?
No. I never canceled friends or not friends, families. I never canceled to speak or to speak with them. Never, because I think because I think all the people have the right to have their own idea. And I know I am families. They think different of me about politics, problem areas in political areas. They are in different parties, but I can't admit that I less to speak with any person, family or not, because problems of politics or other things. When it's happened, I sample a simple no. I don't speak with that person because I don't discuss to other people that are thinking different of me. We can to speak well with any person. They present my own ideas. It can to say their proper ideas, but never we can disagree. Okay, well, we can disagree each other, but never cancel culture between us, never. I have example for example with friends. They discuss, they cancel culture because they are and they support different teams. It's when example. Many friends, they discuss, each other, they disagree, okay, well, sometimes they hurt with slang words each other because they support different teams. It's stupid, it's crazy when it happens. Then I never cancel culture with other person, or friends or family. No.
I have a situation. It started because of politics, but not just that. I had a a good friend that he was annoying me from time to time, and he was passing through a difficult situation about his work and his job and everything, and because of the economic and all everything around that, because of the pandemic and stuff. But I remember him just annoying me with situations like really to it wasn't like to talk or to discuss, it was really to hurt. And he was hurting me from time to time. And it happened to be like the 10th time that I decided, okay, it's enough. I'm just canceling you from all my social medias and from my phone. So I blocked him out from everything in my life. And that was like a hard decision, but because it was really hurting, you know.
But he up to you in social media or in face to face?
No, like we don't live in the same city. Like we live close. He lives like in the countryside. It's like 2 hours from here. So we used to work together back there like 10 years ago. And then I just decided, okay, I'm not going to accept some things and just denying you from everything, and that's it. So I had to, basically. I'm gonna go to another question. Question number 6. Just, I don't know. Yeah, maybe we have time for more than this one. Question number 6. Do you know the expression, your past can come back to haunting you? What does it mean? How can cancel culture affect an everyday person's chance of being or staying employed? So, do you think your past experiences, they can affect your future, and people can cancel you because of that? Like, I don't know. Especially with famous people, it happens, you know? Someone says something like 2010, and then in 2023, it's being canceled because of something that person spoke like 15 years ago. Go ahead, David.
Yeah, this happens, and I think that this is the cancel culture. And thinking about it, I don't know if cancel culture even exists really, because we judge people from what people has said, and this maybe cannot be fair because people's minds can change, and if we cancel people from their past, we are maybe doing something like a death penalty, but virtually. So, but this, I think that this is don't really happens because each people has your thoughts. So it's not is there not a cancel culture in general to everyone cancels someone? So the person will still alive virtually. and yes, this can impact their job and their work. Since people's, even if someone posts something in Instagram or Facebook, people who can decline this, who not agree with this, can take his name and put in LinkedIn and contact the company and question the company if the company agree with the thoughts from the people, and this can lay off the people. This I don't think this is good, because this is different environments, our personal life and our professional life. And since I say people should not be judged from your past, so that is what I believe.
Yeah. And people can change. They can just learn, right?
Right.
And you, Jack, what do you think about being canceled in the future because of your past?
I don't know well this expression, but I think it's never happened with me. Your past can come back to haunt you. No, I think with me it's never happened. I think I never had bad consequences in the future, because things that happened in the past, I think.
Very good. Yeah, I think for like, you know, those family members that if you have done something, they are still using that against you. I guess it's something like that. It's kind of it's not canceling, but it's annoying, right? I don't know. That's just the example that I could possibly think about. But I think it happens more often with people like public figures and famous people, you know. So the question number 9 before we finish, and just to wrap up everything, but by unfollowing people on social media or unfriend someone, is it like to cancel or not? Davi, what do you think?
Oh, I believe not, because unfollow, maybe I I, I just change order and thinking in my moment. I unfollow people, and I don't believe that this is cancel people, because if I unfollow some people, it's not because because I don't agree with their opinion, but it's because I don't they don't want this in my feed. It is don't fits in my routine. So um, maybe I just change my mind too, and I don't follow the same thing. So now I'm in my Instagram. I've created a new Instagram, and I've following studying page. So I don't follow a lot of funny pages. I love funny pages, but it's not my current moment. So I needed to focus on other things. So since I like unfollow some page, but I don't cancel this. Yeah, makes sense to you,
Yeah,
Felipe?
yeah. And you, Jack, what do you think about what Davi says? Do you agree? What do you think?
I'm not problem. I'm not problem. If I disagree with friends or family because some posts that they put in Facebook, I'm not problem. I don't cancel. I don't cancel uh, to these friends. I Helen avoid to to meet with them in face to face. But if they post things that I don't agree or are different of my ideas, I'm not problem. Okay, friends anytime, but only if we can in some occasions we can to meet each other, to drink or to eat, maybe in one lunch. But I simple avoid to meet with these friends or that family. It's what I do, not problem. I don't cancel to speak to see all the posts that they can put in the social media. Okay, well, but only if I am in the street and I can to meet with these friends, I go one way different of the way that they want. They go. It's only this. I avoid to meet with this person. It's when I do what I do.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I have been unfollowing a lot of people on Instagram, not because I don't want to see their stuff or things like that. It's just because my personal profile, it's turning into a business. So that's just that. I'm just testing things out. So it's being recorded on YouTube. So please do.
In social media, it's fun because sometimes we through the Facebook, the social media, we wish happy birthday, for example, for one friend. But if you cross with him in the street or in the road, we don't speak each other. It's fun.
Yeah.
In social media, okay, we respond, we put likes in the posters. Oh, today it's your birthday. Many congratulations, your birthday. Okay, well, but we cross with this friend in the street. We don't speak each other. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. I see that it changes people's behavior, you know. So we're just finishing up. As you already know, we have the survey. It's really important to it's gonna take 5 seconds just to open and 1 second to vote. How did you find this topic and this conversation? Was it worth it, your time or not? Did you learn something? And this is good to think about. What have you learned in here? Was it a vocabulary? Was it about the topic, expression, a new expression, a new way of thinking? I don't know. Or you have learned nothing. That's also possible. So think about that. I have learned a lot of things today. Thanks to Jack and Davi. Thank you, boys. It was really, really good. And I'll be here tomorrow morning, same time, same place. It's been it's been a real commitment for me. So sorry about my 2-minute delay in the morning.
Don't worry.
No problem. Today we speak a lot today. It was a nice meeting, nice conversation. As always with Philip, it's a pleasure to meet with you in these meetings.
It will be a challenge, but I will try to be here too. Yeah.
I hope I can see you more often, like I have been around with Jack. So Davi, thank you so much for being around with us. Thank you so much, and see you. Have a great day.
Thank you so much
too,
Philip.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you.
See ya.
Bye-bye.
Jack.
Bye-bye.
Philip, David. Bye bye.